everybody, welcome to another episode of PvP, where today we're inviting you to play in our box, our sandbox, because we love we love sandbox games. So today,
and that's not unintentional. You're just trying to be gross.
Yeah.
Just trying to talk about Vajra.
The mohawk
Phrasing.
makes me
You
gross.
shot the ceiling, there's stuff falling now.
That's not part of the test. That's asbestos.
You've always been gross.
It's raining.
But yeah, so all of our debates today will have something to do with the world of sandbox games.
Open world games, if you will.
I will, actually. I will in round one.
Round one. Fight!
You can't talk about open world games without talking about World of Warcraft, easily the biggest one out there.
One of them.
Now with the new expansion coming out, should we get back into some World of Warcraft?
Yes.
So Inky says yes. Lasercorn says
No.
nay. Let's go ahead and start with the positive here. On a positive note this episode. 30 seconds to say why we should get back into WoW, and go.
All right, now the biggest thing that was sort of a deterrent of getting the new expansions is that if you didn't have a max level character, it was annoying. You wanted to play with your friends, you wanted to play that new content, but you couldn't. You had to play through all the old boring content that you wanted to get through just to get to the new stuff, but it was just repetitive because you had to play it over and over and over again, like when you were leveling up the first time. Now, you get a free level 90 character, you can hop in there with your friends, even if you're just re-upping into the game, and you get to play the new content immediately. Free level 90 character, that seems like a pretty strong argument for getting back into it.
Ooh, 30 seconds on the dot. Well, obviously, Soinky is against not putting in some good old-fashioned hard work.
Grinding's annoying.
He's against hard work. Why should we not get back into WoW? And 30 seconds on the clock, go!
I'll tell you why. My college career. It was almost ruined by WoW. My grades plummeted very sharply. Long periods of time disappeared. It's what I like to call one more quest syndrome. It's like, oh, I just got this new f***ing staff for my fire mage. I better just try it out. And oh, I have this quest. And then you complete that quest and they give you a new item. It's like, oh, Inferno robes. Well, I gotta try out the new Inferno robes. And then your f***ing paper is due, and then you haven't done anything for it.
So Lasercorn did really bad in school, and it's because of
I nearly
World of
failed out of
Warcraft.
college.
Because definitely nothing else, just World of Warcraft did it. Now you have 15 seconds to rebuttal. Maybe we talk about your school days. I don't know. Go!
I played WoW in college, and I got good grades, and plus it's the Warlords of Draenor. You get to go to Draenor, and you get to see the Fel Orcs before they were evil. You get to see Gul'dan. You get to see Grom Hellscream. All your favorite World of Warcraft, all your favorite Warcraft characters, and it's gonna be awesome. And yeah, just because you failed out doesn't mean it's a bad game.
Soinky just making
First
up
of
a
all,
bunch of words.
I didn't fail out. I didn't fail out. I quit Warcraft.
Okay, there you go.
Soinky's argument
stayed
can
in
really just be
college.
summed up by words that I think he just made up on the
Yeah.
spot, though.
Yeah.
So you might lose a point for that. Lasercorn, your rebuttal. 15 seconds, go!
First of all, time travel is a gimmick. Second of all, what did you do this weekend? I know what you did because I f***ing saw you in the arena in Hearthstone because your name came up. You spent the whole weekend playing Hearthstone just like I did. It's a time sink. Blizzard makes liquid crack in game form, and then it just sucks up all your time, and Monday shows up and you're like, what did I do this weekend? Nothing, because I just played a Blizzard game all weekend.
Blizzard
But
makes
they are really
crack.
fun.
Crack cocaine from
Yeah.
Blizzard in game form.
Heisen Blizzard.
I see Blizzard. All right, guys. Well, now you got to tweet us who you think won this first debate in round one. You've got at Lasercorn, at the Jovenchar, at Soinky, and send over to at Smosh Games too. We like to actually have a little competition here to see who wins what round, but see who can take on round two.
Round two.
Round two. Fight!
Now, a lot of the best open world games are MMOs, but we don't see a lot of MMOs on consoles. And is this a good thing or a bad thing? Do there need to be more console MMOs? Saying that there should be more console MMOs, we got the Joven
Opening it up.
and advocating for the PC gaming
PC Master Race.
So Hinky saying, nope, keep them on the PC.
Keep them where they belong.
We're gonna start with, who went first last time? So Hinky.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start with Joven going first. You have 30 seconds to tell us why there should be more MMOs on console. Go.
Now, I don't like this to always be my go-to argument, but computers can be expensive to have a good PC rig to play a good MMO. But that takes out a good portion of the audience who are only playing on their consoles, and why lose that? Maybe I don't have a great computer for it, but maybe I want to try out like the new MMO. Terra looks amazing. I'd probably play it more if it was accessible on my Xbox. I can still hook up to Xbox Live and play with people around the world. Why aren't those opportunities there? It's working for Diablo 3. That is a clear-cut example.
And stop. And all I really heard was Joven finds computers weird and scary.
Yeah.
And doesn't know how to operate them. They're too complicated.
too many
Look at all these buttons. Okay, so Hinky, 30 seconds for your opening statement. Go!
Now, the problem with having MMOs on a console is the controller, right? There's only about like 8-10 buttons on a controller, and you have way more than 10 abilities in your average MMO. You mentioned Terra, there's like 20 abilities that you need to use in one fight. It would be impossible to put that on the console, and if you did, it would just be dumbing the game down. Not to mention, MMOs require a lot of processing power because there's giant, expansive worlds. Even a game like World of Warcraft on a console, it would be either dumbed down graphics and mechanics, or it would be a game that ran really super slow and didn't
stop.
work.
So Hinky saying that you would have to dumb games down to put them on console. But I'm not sure Joven is entirely against dumbing things down. I mean, if you're dumb, not naming names, then a dumbed down game might be for you. 15 seconds for your rebuttal. Go!
Now, I will admit, it hasn't really worked up to date, but we're starting to see examples. Like you did mention, Diablo 3 was very successful on the PS3, and it worked. Plus, you have games like Final Fantasy XIV, which are actually, like Final Fantasy XI, not so much. 14 fixed all the problems, where that one it works perfectly with an Xbox controller.
All right, Jovenshire saying that there was a game that actually worked with a controller. That was an MMO. Over to Sohinki for his 15-second response, starting meow.
If you look at the biggest criticism for Diablo 3, it was about the talent trees and the fact that you could only have 4 abilities equipped at one time, and it's this sort of simplified talent system, whereas in the other Diablos, you could have a multitude of abilities equipped and be able to throw spells out and do a bunch of stuff, and so that's kind of supports my original argument.
All right, a very heated debate here between the PC Master
Give me games on my console!
Go ahead and tweet us and let us know who you thought wins, and then we're going to move on to debate number 3.
Battle 3. Ready, go!
All right, our next debate is whether or not the new Batman Arkham game, whenever that comes out, should be an open world game like they have been, or maybe switch things up and be a little more linear. Arguing, interestingly enough, for linear, we have the Jovenshire over here, and on my left, we have Lasercorn, who will be arguing for open world. We'll start first with the obvious choice, the Lasercorn, because it seems like there's no way that Joven could possibly win, but I'm interested to see what he can respond
I think I'm gonna bring something strong to the table.
Let's start with Lasercorn. You have 30 seconds, go.
You never bring anything strong to the table. Really, you want to ruin Batman games for everyone now because your tiny brain can't handle multiple quests going on at once and storylines? It's like, oh, there's too much going on. Should I go after the phone line killer or should I follow the main quest? I don't know what to do. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm Jovenshire. That's exactly what you're thinking right now. Arkham games work because they're open world. That's why they're so fucking awesome and why people love them and they get awesome review scores. This last one's a little derivative, but it's not the open world part that's wrong with it.
Stop. 30 seconds exactly. Wow. So, Lasercorn saying they should remain open world because you're dumb.
All right.
That's mean. I don't know. Over to Jovenshire for his response, which I'm sure will be very intelligent. Go.
Arkham City and Arkham Origins were great games, but let's look at Arkham Asylum. That really wasn't too much of an open world game. You were just in a very, very large building. It wasn't as, you weren't thrown so many different like storylines or things you had to do. You had a story that was going all the way through. I think going back to a smaller area could be more fun to play up the stealth aspect of Batman, because you really lost that in Arkham City and especially in Arkham Origins. Plus, think Splinter Cell Blacklist. Just have that same game but as Batman.
Stop.
That'd be so much fun.
All right, Jovenshire saying it should not be open world, it should be open world-ish. Going back to Lasercorn for his response. Go.
You absolutely did not lose the stealth aspect in Arkham City. You were playing the game wrong. There were millions of opportunities to sneak up on your foes, burst through walls and kill them, leap down from the gargoyles and pull them up, and do all sorts of awesome stuff. You probably bumbled into the middle of 10 enemies, had to fist fight them all, and then said there's no stealth.
Wow. We're going back over to Jovenshire. Lasercorn basically saying you're bad and you should feel bad. Jovenshire with his response, go.
I'm pretty sure if you go back to watch the Arkham Origins Let's Play that you and I did, Lasercorn, you'll notice that if there's anyone that plays Batman good and stealthy, is me. And you kind of jumped in there like, I know Kung Fu, dead.
Stop.
Yes, dead.
Jovenshire saying I am...
You had played more Origins than me. I was unwarmed
Jovenshire
up.
playing...
And I could be stealthy if I wanted to.
Jovenshire saying I am the Batman.
I am the Batman.
And
Val Kilmer.
That's gonna do it for us here on.
I'll stealth you any day of the week.
All right.
We should have a stealth. That's our cage match challenge.
All right, so we're getting a future cage match. Maybe just challenge each other right here, but we'll do it live. What do you want to do?
All right, Lasercorn, I challenge you.
I win! PvP!
GG. Well played. PvP.
Alright, so because it's Movember, it's all mustachy and manly, we're actually gonna be debating the most manly video game characters in video game history. And with us to help with this debate, we have Schroeder here, the most manly individual from the Warp Zone.